right, so let's do our fast lane predictions. I got the list of the card right here from Fightful, and the card looks fucking solid from top to bottom from just me looking at it. This looks like a pretty good card. Fastlane might be a really good event if it all goes as it's booked here. United States Championship. Riddle will defend against Mustafa Ali. I don't see any reason to go back or to change the title. I really don't. I like Mustafa Ali for the most part, but I just don't see a need to put the title on him yet. I would be surprised if they switch it. WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Again, I said in my SmackDown review of this segment between these young ladies that I especially expect, Sasha Banks to walk out on Bianca Belair and to leave her by herself and to, let her take the fall against Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler. That's what I expect, and I'm not saying that I need to get that. All I'm saying is I will pull a Karen and start emailing Bruce Pritchard and everybody at WWE headquarters, especially if Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair win. I will definitely be sending very strongly worded emails to our good friend Bruce Pritchard, and I will probably be tweeting Triple H and Vince McMahon like a true mark would. The Intercontinental Championship, Big E versus Apollo Crews. Now, I still believe that you put the title on Crews here and then you build to another match at WrestleMania. I think that would be a great way to use both of these guys in this situation. They haven't had a gimmick match yet, and their feud has been going on for over a month. So I think that you do some type of gimmick match at WrestleMania, maybe a ladder match or something like that, and make it fun, make it interesting. These two guys, both of them deserve to have a match at WrestleMania. They're both peaking at the right time. Apollo Crews is strong enough right now where he could win the title and carry it and be a pretty good champion for 2 or 3 weeks. I think it'll be 3 weeks before WrestleMania, and Big E could just win it right back. I know that some people may say, "Oh, you're hot shotting the titles." Like, no. If you have Apollo Crews lose, then what do you do with Big E? The smart decision is to put the title on Crews now, and then let Big E take it off of him in 2 or 3 weeks. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Oh, this is going to be a banger. This is going to be a banger. Now, I expect Seth Rollins to win this match. I fully expect Seth Rollins to win because he's going to probably end up wrestling Cesaro at WrestleMania. Which begs the question, what does Shinsuke Nakamura do at WrestleMania? Well, I guess if you have Big E defeat Apollo Crews, you could have Big E versus Nakamura at WrestleMania. Because he is kind of, owed an Intercontinental Championship match. So you could do that. You could have Big E clean up his business with Apollo Crews and then go into WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion against Shinsuke Nakamura. That could be fun too. That's really your only other option. I still would prefer if Apollo Crews won the title and then defended it against Big E in some type of gimmick match. I don't know what you do with Shinsuke. I really don't. Because he's gone back to being a babyface. They're utilizing him better now than they did before. He's not, just going out there wrestling nothing matches anymore. He pretty much did win that gauntlet. I hadn't forgotten. I ain't forgot. I know some people forgot. I ain't forgot. He won that damn gauntlet. He should be in the main event. No, not right now. Later this year. Seth Rollins is going to win so he can get strong against Cesaro at WrestleMania. But this match should be pretty good. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Oh, yeah, right. I don't expect much from this. I don't really expect this match to happen, but I do think that I shouldn't say that I don't think it's going to happen. I don't expect much from it because I think there's going to be a rematch at WrestleMania. So I don't really expect that much from this. If Strowman just wins, then we probably going to double back and it'd be Shane and Dabba-Kato versus Braun Strowman. I'm still holding out hope. I know after the slime, after the hopscotch, after all the stupidity and this being the worst storyline in this road to WrestleMania. There's some pretty shitty storylines going on in this road to WrestleMania. This one is the worst. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon is not entertaining. It's not even funny to laugh at. I can't even mock it and it makes sense. Okay? The only thing I can say here is I think this is where Dabba-Kato returns. I think this is where you start, you bring Dabba-Kato in to beat down Strowman, and then you maybe send Strowman home for 2 weeks, and then you have Strowman bounce back, him versus Dabba-Kato at WrestleMania, or Dabba-Kato and Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. And then you finally start telling the truth about what this storyline is about. If this is just going to be Brains versus Braun, and Braun getting covered in slime and a bunch of other dumb shit, I'm going to have to take a pass on ever wanting to see it again. So I'm really showing some restraint here because I'm very upset about this storyline. I fucking hate it. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. This match obviously will not happen. They will not lock up and do wrestling moves to each other. I don't believe it. If anything, I probably expect this match to probably go on last. I know that's weird, right? But I expect this match to go on last because they're going to magic their way out of this situation where the Fiend is going to return. And it makes sense for the Fiend to return. It's going to be very close to WrestleMania. We can actually start building up the idea of maybe, I've heard it's going to be a Firefly Funhouse match. Perhaps it will be. That would be fun. But I don't expect this match to actually take place. I don't expect Randy Orton to really wrestle a woman, and especially not Alexa Bliss because she's super duper small. But they're going to do some type of magic stuff to get us out of this. So either this is going to be the main event, or it's going to be in a spot where the performers can take a break. And I expect them to this match to be probably pre-recorded. And they probably tell us, it's, all the other matches are live, but this is pre-recorded, and they can do all the mumbo jumbo with the magic and everything, all that stuff. So that's what I expect from this match. I don't expect there to be a winner or a loser. I expect magic. So there that go. No holds barred. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. I mean, could you pick a more clean victory for Drew McIntyre? To be quite honest, this match should probably start the show. It's so clean cut of who's going to win. But this should be fun. This should be, of course, hard hitting. Sheamus is hard hitting enough without weapons, but I expect this to be a barn burner of epic proportions, and Sheamus to go down fighting like the proud Irish bastard he really is. And the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, with the special guest ring enforcer Edge. All right. So I'm going to go back to what I said on SmackDown. I expect Roman Reigns to defeat Daniel Bryan because maybe Edge blows a call or is instrumental in Daniel Bryan losing. And then that's going to give us the impetus to have Daniel Bryan want to fight Edge. And then for Edge to want to fight Daniel Bryan. And for those two guys to have a match at WrestleMania and put the title match on the line. Where Edge is going to say, finally, in order to get Daniel Bryan out of the way, I am going to beat him at WrestleMania to get him out of this match. I do not expect this match to be I don't expect WrestleMania to be a triple threat match. That would be the shits. Give me Edge Bryan, which is a dream match, a Legends match. You could put that on WrestleMania night 1. And I think you could even, you don't have to start the show. I'm not going to say that. But what you could do is if you're going to have, let's say you really need that Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks match to be the main event of the show, then you need something under the card to make that whole card strong. And I think that Daniel Bryan, Edge on that card with Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks working on top is much better than you making a triple threat match. I don't like triple threat matches. Triple threat matches suck. WrestleMania is high noon. It should be a duel. Okay. So I expect Roman Reigns to win. So let's go through this one more time. Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. I expect Roman Reigns to win. No holds barred. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. I expect Drew McIntyre to win, of course. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. I don't expect anything other than magic and magic stuff happening. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. I guess I didn't pick a winner here, did I? So I guess I'm going to go with Shane McMahon because of outside interference. And maybe him using his McMahon influence. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. Intercontinental Championship. I'm going to go with Apollo Crews. Women's tag team titles. I'm going to go with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And I'm going to go with Riddle to retain the United States title. So, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace.
Yeah, shed light. I know what that's like.